Hey everyone, and welcome to Never Split the Party. My name is Dustin. I'll be your GM for this evening as we are playing Paizo Starfinder, and I am joined by Justin. We start with you
Oh, Justin. As Dustin said, it is me, Justin. I am Seeker, or I play Seeker, the android technomancer. And that's what I do. That's my intro. It's a good
Please stop.
intro.
Please, for the love of God.
I am followed by
Chris, that's you.
That's me. Oh, as Dustin has said, my name is Chris, and I play Mel. Yeah, I haven't talked at all to anybody all day today, so like,
He got another name.
my voice for the
lucky.
first time.
You're
all
supposed to
day.
talk to your plants, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyways, my name is Chris, and I play Military Top. He is a mechanic. He's Isoki, and why the hell does my monitor keep shutting off?
That's what just happened to me. That was
Like it keeps on turning off and on. Man,
have you tried turning it off and on again?
It
It's
must
doing
work
it on
all the
its own,
time.
dude. All right.
And I'm just going to continue with this and preempt Dustin and say, I'm Michael, and I play Zero, the android operative, ship's pilot. Gopher.
He's a gopher?
Go for.
Oh, I also heard gopher.
That's adorable.
Okay, I'll just say, Nick, you're up.
Actually,
Me?
I thought it was
Okay.
Patrick.
No,
No,
I'm always last now.
I guess I'm up next. This is Nick, and I play Dren. He's totally a captain in some respects, but not of this ship. Another one, and he's a Solarian. And yep. And now we're going to Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Raishoran. He's a captain. My intro goes last.
See, this is why you don't have me go first for intros, because I'm not good at coming up with the bits. Everybody else comes up with the bits. I can join in on those.
No, you started that bit. We just finished it.
It
So,
wasn't a good bit.
for the record, I know having you first is a bad idea, which is why
Yeah.
I immediately warned you were first. For everyone else, I give a second to go. I knew better. All right. As I said earlier, we're playing Paizo's Starfinder. We've switched to an every other week schedule for our tabletop, and you've hit the tabletop week. Or if you're watching on YouTube, it just looks like we're taking even longer to put out episodes. If you want to get caught up on season 3, because this is episode 3, Triaxis Bound, if you want to catch up on episodes 1 and 2, or seasons 1 and 2, you can find that on bit.ly/neveryoutube. And if you ever want to talk shop or see, what's going on in those off weeks, join either our Twitter, or I guess follow us on Twitter at NSTPcast. Yeah, sure, that's it. Or check us out on Discord at bit.ly/neverdiscord. For announcements, probably not too much exciting stuff going on. We are going to be hanging out at around 10:30 for the after party, where we stop playing the game and just talk nonsense. I did see Spider-Man last night, but I will not talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. So
Especially
if you,
people who would hurt you.
yeah,
I
so if
would
you're
like
worried
to
about that,
spoil it.
don't be, because I'm the only one who saw it.
No, I saw it, and Spider-Man is in fact in the movie.
Did you go to a midnight showing, or did you see it after work?
I made it all up.
Oh, you bastard. Yeah, I absolutely refuse to be spoiled. So I went at midnight last night and worked this morning, and I am miserable. So enjoy tonight, guys. All right, other announcements other than that, keep an eye out for a future audio only version of a Never Split the Party test run. We were just talking shop before the episode. We may or may not be trying that format out a little bit better, as we have our friends Cosmic Crit in chat. They've obviously been an inspiration with Starfinder, and maybe if we switch to audio only, we might hit some more you can't watch us mess up so much. So that'd be fun. We're not changing the Tuesday stuff as is. I just wanted to let you guys know we have some other projects coming down, so you can keep an eye out for that, or again, follow us on Twitter or hang on our Discord to find more info. You guys have any updates, guys?
Nope.
You
Nick
guys are all wonderful people.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, wow,
Nick is
thanks.
rocking a new mic, so sounds even betterer, and hopefully
Even more betterer.
next week
What?
I'll be using his cast off, so I might sound better, or
Possible.
significantly worse. We'll
It'd be funny if your audio did get worse, because right now that's almost impossible.
Oh,
piece of spoop. Is my audio,
I don't know, Nick. We could be in person.
is my audio really? Yeah, shut up. Is my audio really that bad, or are you just being
No.
me?
No, you just sound like. Never mind. Continue.
Hey guys, I already don't get sarcasm, and I'm tired. So be mindful of what you're getting here today.
Sprox everywhere.
Sprox everywhere. Also, yeah, all right, recap time. The party last week did stuff.
Sure did.
Yep.
Whoa.
That sounds about right.
It wasn't last week either. Last week we played the Old Republic. The week before that, does anyone remember what you guys did last episode?
Yeah.
We interrogated Mister.
All right. That was that episode.
Dren removed a finger. And
Yeah, he cut off
Miller put
Mr.
on a finger.
Gross.
Replaced.
So we never mind.
Mister is the kind of drow special project person who works for the Border Space Union, and the Border Space Union is kind of the big bad of our campaign. So them having this higher level, or at least high profile employee, that's pretty interesting. They did get some intel, although for the most part they passed Mister off to the pirates aboard the mothership, who are keeping him under watch while they go to Triaxis.
He tried to sell me drugs.
He did try to sell you drugs. Well, he didn't sell. He
Well, he
mostly
gave me the
access. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me the coordinates of his stash.
Yep. And let's see.
Not mustache. Coordinates are on his face.
Okay. All right. Yep. Anything I say to that is going to be worse. So I'm going to skip that. That's one ride I will not take.
He goes for it anyways.
Yeah, the reason why they're going to Triaxis is to connect with the Vermilion Blur, who is the leader of the kind of on-ground resistance against the Border Space Union and the whole triumvirate. And they've got a secret base on the kind of, it's a jungly, right? I can't remember if it's an actual jungle planet or not. I know it has jungles. But either way, this planet Triaxis is also, I guess it's kind of earthy. It's got a lot of water and green stuff. Okay. This planet is special in our campaign because it was within the past, are we 2 years in? Yeah, I guess the past 2 years. Well, it was given over to Vesk control, and it is now a Vesk colony within the Pact Worlds. The Vesk having a foothold in the Pact World is kind of a troubling concept. So when you guys get to Triaxis, you get to interact with that a little bit, and that's going to be interesting. Anything else you guys want to bring up for the last time?
Nope.
Perfect.
Nope.
Then jumping right into it, let me actually open up. Where are you guys in? What are you seeing on the map? Oh, the Pact World system?
Pact Worlds, yep.
Okay. You guys are all aboard. We ended the episode with you getting aboard the Spirit of Shirket, formerly known as the Indecision, your starship, as you made way to Triaxis. Now, last episode, we didn't have a lot of time for you guys to have breakout discussions or to go over anything new or exciting with each other. So for this beginning of transit, which is going to take you, so this is in system, it is going to only take you, I think it's a day, right? Is it just a D4? Is there a plus to that? I'll check that one out. Starfinder travel. Google is useful. You guys have a little bit of time to talk amongst yourselves, talk amongst the support crew, plan your arrival, or get anything out of the way before you're in front of the Vermilion Blur. If you don't have anything, I have something for every single one of you. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about before I start harassing you?
Well, I haven't seen that sub yet.
You certainly haven't. You've hit my trap card.
I understood that reference.
I did not. Hold on, I have this one in system. Oh, it's 1d6 plus 2 days. Traveling between two planets in the same system fluctuates based on this. All right, so it's gonna take you 3 days. Just so you guys know, you have 3 days of travel time as you're on the way to. Oh wait, that's standard. I'm sorry. Drift travel in system is 1d6. You have 1 day for this to happen, so you won't be having too much downtime, but a day to kind of get a little bit de-stressed. And if you want to take longer, you can definitely like orbit the planet or cut out drift travel a little early. So feel free to work that in if that's important to you guys. It's not to me. Nothing is. All right. So we will start with you, Miller. You wanted to talk to Notsab. He is, as the time of you guys are taking off to the ship and making way to Triaxis, he is in the engine room, which is where he's got his hammock slung. He keeps his collection of fancy hats and his one apron that he wears most of the time.
Well, Miller opens up the doors to the to the engine room and who? Yep, that's Goblin.
Yeah, it smells very much like a rat's nest. It is, well, I guess as a Yosoki, that's unfair. It smells like whatever a Yosoki would think smells like a rat's nest.
Yep. Hey, Nutsab, you back here?
He kind of leans over his hammock, his droopy green ears hanging down, his yucky once white bed sheet made hammock being shades of ill, and he kind of hangs over and he says, "Not Miller."
Nutsab.
No, not Sub. Sub or not.
Sub or not?
Yes.
I like it. I like what you did to the place. I take it that the crew is well? And by the crew, I definitely mean the ship.
Yes, the ship is well. This might be the most complete sentence you've heard from Natsab, other than when he's talking smack to Rai.
Oh, yeah. Rai gave me this, and I think it's yours. It takes off the hat off of Phyllis and kind of hands it over to Nuts.
It will be replaced.
He puts a hand out to kind of catch it, and as you drop it, he moves his hand, and it hits the floor. Okay.
Wow. Well, this was not the meeting I was expecting.
Who's your thing?
You know Phyllis. Phyllis was more attached to, the back of the neck, but Phyllis moved, grew, and yeah, that's part of me. So yeah, you're right. Not Milla.
That's what I said.
Yeah, and you were right. I was just confirming. You know what? You're just the same as always. I've missed you, buddy.
Sabernot has missed you somewhat.
Somewhat. All right. Well, that was not at all what I was expecting either. I was expecting a cold shoulder of some sort, but wow, full sentences. I'm impressed.
It's warm back here.
You want me to turn up the AC?
No, I don't have a cold shoulder.
I hate you, Dustin.
Not Miller. I, Sabernot.
Sabernot?
Yes. Have a request.
Ooh, a very rare request from Sabernot. All right, Sabernot. What is your request?
I want you to make my ship better.
Your ship? This ship?
No.
Well, let's see your ship. Did you throw something together? Is it a little toy ship? What do you got there?
Oh no. That's still my. Never mind. The pirates are currently looking after my ship with its own crew, it is back in the diaspora, and it is, I believe you knew it as, the infinitum.
Miller just kind of perks up. All right. All right. A lot has happened. What has happened? Catch me up a little. Where did you get your hands on the infinitum? It's supposedly lost.
It was lost
Uh-huh.
in the drift,
Yeah.
and the king of the goblins found it, quested me with a holy gobbo gobbo quest. I retrieved it, commandeered it, and crewed it. I am now king of the goblins. I think.
Miller just kind of pulls up a chair, just kind of sits down and that's a lot to digest. King of the goblins. You know, there's a lot of goblins out there, bud.
Yes.
I mean, he's not wrong. You're a king now.
No, he was Sirap.
Goes night.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. What kind of work needs to be done to the ship?
More guns. Sidebar. Almost said more DACA, but didn't want to get sued. Back into it.
More guns. All right. And once we get your ship fully operational, what are you gonna do with it?
Holy Goblin Conquest.
What are we conquesting?
He gets very close. He smells terribly.
He does.
So, you know how they gave control of Triaxis to the Vesk?
Yeah.
That one.
Ah,
That's going to be ours now.
yeah.
Yeah.
A whole planet full of goblins. Gobos? Are you
No.
gonna rename? Are you
I
gonna rename
I regretted saying that as soon as I said it.
Yeah, that sound kind of derogatory towards your people.
Yeah, I won't do that again. We'll allow others to live there, but I will rule it with a firm fist.
Naked fist. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let's get some weapons. I like the sound of this.
It'll
My little prodigy
It'll-
finding a just ship out in the middle of nowhere, and he wants to take over a planet. This is.
Did you have anything else for Not Sub?
He's just lost in thought as he comes up with blueprints. Nutsub might be talking to him, but Miller's just off talking to him. So yes, we can add like a nice plasma long cannon rifle to the underside. Yeah, I always thought that the Infinitum needed more guns. You know, Zabinat, you're onto something. You're onto something beautiful.
The Infinitum was a massive BSU warship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Dreadnought class is what we decided. So it
Yeah.
had a lot of guns.
No, definitely need more.
Okay.
Totally needed more. Voice in the sky.
Seeing you lost in thought, Not Sub does roll over in his cot, and he does say, didn't even ask the name.
What do you have for a name?
He shrugs.
Oh. So it's not going to be a spoken word. Anytime we refer to your ship, it's a.
I named it Miller's Revenge.
Oh.
I had thought you died. I don't know.
Did.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I don't have half a face, and yeah, but you could thank Phyllis for saving my life. And
For audio folks, not Sob, sorry, Sob or not, flipped Phyllis off.
Ah, well. Regardless, I am as deeply honored. I am deeply honored. What kind of guns do you have in mind?
Big ones.
Yeah? Do you have blueprints?
He flips up his apron where he draws all of his ideas.
Oh, all right. Nothing, bro. All right, let's get behind it. Oh God. Yeah, let's photocopy those and we'll get right to it.
You've seen Spaceballs, Christopher?
Yeah.
It looks
Oh,
a
we've
lot.
seen him now.
That's not what I meant. It looks kind of creepily like he tried to personify the infinitum, like not quite made with a vacuum personify, but the same concept of like it now has arms and stuff, and like they're holding guns. It's not a good blueprint. It's
all right.
most.
You know what? I love this. Let's do this. And he goes to like the nearest bench, and you just see all of Miller, old Miller workspace bench. He just clears it out, pulls out this fresh thing of blueprint paper, and says, "All right, let's get to it."
Okay. I don't have any more from Not Sob unless you have more things to pitch to him.
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Not Miller.
Not Miller.
Literally, the only thing I have written for that encounter is the quote, "Not Miller." So nailed it. All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to address? If not, again, I have a list.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to address that Dustin has notes.
Well, it's not a long set of notes.
Well, you know what's weird too is I'm kind of without a pencil right now, so I can't take notes.
Oh God, the world is ending.
The world has turned.
Nobody.
Well, I hope
anything
nothing important happens because
No,
you
actually, I'm
write
going
down
to mute
everything.
myself and go find a pencil instead. So.
We're in the darkest timeline. Dustin's taking notes and Chris doesn't.
All right.
I'd like to talk with Stevithan, I guess. I'd like to go check up on him.
Ooh, you're going off book. I like it.
Oh, is that off book? Okay.
Stevathan is, let's see, right now you guys, he'd probably be in, unless you were occupying it, which I doubt you were. He's gotten quite comfortable in the science officer station, which is set behind the cockpit. So he is currently there smashing that blurple button.
That is where I suspected him to be. Oh, Stevithan, it's so good to see you. Oh, it's been so long. And I just run over to him, give him a big hug.
He jumps. He actively goes, boom. The pale, pasty, slightly psychic humanoid has been alone in the science officer station for some time now.
I love what you've done with the place. The Post-it notes everywhere are very interesting.
Literally every button has a Post-it note on it. And it's not quite secorific descriptions, but it is like go button or talk a lot or something like that. They're not very well described.
I never even thought of putting more stuff on top of all this tech. That's a great idea.
It's how I used to price stuff out in my junk shop, and I just kind of got inspired when I kept hanging up on that what was it? The ambassador that we had to talk to while you guys were away.
What?
Chimera, in case you're forgetting the name.
No. It wasn't Chimera.
What ambassador?
Oh, I kept hanging up on him, so I didn't really get his name. I'd never seen him before, but
did you at least greet him with a hearty smile and friendliness?
I think it probably more looked like constipation mixed with nerves as I kept pushing the wrong buttons.
Oh, is that what this brown stain is on the floor? No, never mind.
No, that's not Sob. Sorry, Sob or not. Don't let him catch you calling him not Sob anymore. Trust me.
Okay.
He's changed a little. He kidnapped me.
Really? Did you have a fun adventure?
It was okay.
Just okay?
It was nice getting off the ship, even if we did get chased by that Vesk and those goblins. and had to kill those other goblins.
Ooh. So tell me about this adventure. What did you do?
Well,
I have this video for you to watch.
the very short version, apparently met the Goblin King, which I thought that's got to be fake. Still not sure it isn't. He pointed us in the direction of the Infinitum, which I learned from you guys was that ship you lost in space. By the way, how? That's a big ship. Never mind.
Long story.
Yeah, and a bit of bang bang. Took over the bridge. Suddenly, Notsob changed his name to Sobernaut, and he captains the ship. Yep, that's his. He maybe killed the other king of goblins with his new ship. So I think he's now the king or something. Yeah, I wasn't too proud of that one.
He captained. How did he?
Well, he's got a whole crew of goblins. All he did was take out their leader, and they immediately followed him.
I mean, that makes sense.
I think is why he went and then killed the king, assuming everyone else would follow him.
I mean, I'm just waiting for somebody who's worth, their weight to come by and kill Rye, and then we can all fall. No, that's a joke. That was a joke.
Please don't. I just got him back. He was gone for so long.
I know, Stephen.
Coming back.
I know. But we're here now, and we brought you brothers.
Brothers?
Yes. Have you not met Francis and Terry?
Yeah, I met them. No relation.
I mean, they're kind of like brothers.
Are you implying...
We're a family here.
Are you implying that I'm your son? Wait, am I Rye's son?
Yes, we can hear. Well, we could hear you, Patrick.
Oh, okay. The color wasn't going on around my my window. In the background, you hear a bunch of clanging and footsteps as you hear people running, and in the background, you hear, "Give that back, and I'm not your dad."
Well, I like to consider our little gathering here family. So yes, they are your brothers.
Sold.
Wow. Took a lot of convincing.
I'm still not entirely sure if Rye is the father figure here, or I mean, I can't tell if he's the father or the mother.
I swear to God, I'm giving you back to your grandmother.
If I had a father, I'd say maybe father. After hearing that, I don't know.
Yeah. The whole android thing is kind of weird, huh?
Quite.
Man, you were like made weird.
Seeker just like goes. His face just goes blank. And he just starts like contemplating. Oh my god.
If only he had those drugs.
I was made.
Yeah.
Somebody made? I was in a factory.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never thought about this before.
You were also made with a purpose. That's weird.
To kill people.
What?
Yes. I mean,
what?
To make beautiful art. I mean, no. Yeah.
Why does that sound like the same thing?
And sometimes it is.
No. What?
You know,
Dad. Dad.
From around the edge of the door, my Rye's head pops out. Not you too, and he disappears again.
That's just like my real dad, so that's fair.
Anyway, I'm gonna do some art now.
Who are you killing?
I'm not killing anyone.
We're all family.
I'm not. Yes, we're all. I'm not killing anyone.
Okay.
Oh.
Also, we locked the egg cabinet.
Well, I wasn't going to use eggs anyways.
Oh.
I didn't need those stinky eggs. I have other things.
All right. Well,
He immediately goes and locks the rest of the food up.
well, actually, he starts writing in his journal and Seeker, if he cares to look. Rye is my new dad.
Eat everything.
Hashtag blessed. He
So
does write this out on paper, yes.
all right, so Seeker
Put
kind of
this
like
on the button.
sulks back to his room, just like in a depressed state. His lines on his face and circuitry is all kind of glowing like a dark blue, like a navy.
Okay. Do you have anything else you're doing, or are you just going to go make art?
Nope, gonna go make art.
Alrighty. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do with the ship travel time?
Yes. So anybody is free to join in on the scene because it's kind of open. But the door to previously Brawl's room opens up, and Dren walks out, just carrying what appears to be like a bag of garbage, and it's very much tied off, and he's kind of holding his nose a little bit. It's like, ugh. I just can't get the stink out of this room.
J-Man, can you zoom into the crew quarters on Roll20?
Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, that's open for everyone. Dren is in the hallway with the bag of stinky clothes.
You see Seeker just walking dejectedly, doing like the Peanuts sort of walk.
I don't get that reference.
There's still a name tag on Brawl's room, and when the door opens, Miller goes, "Oh."
Woof.
Not expecting me.
Yeah. How's it going, Dren?
Yes, the Christmas time is here walk.
This guy is a bit smelly. It's been months and it still stinks in there.
Oh,
There's a bunch of fur on the floor still. I don't know what that's about.
that would be your good old Captain Rye.
Walking by, Seeker says, "I don't smell anything."
Do you want me to take it with you? I could probably figure it out. Hey, come on back to my workshop. I can work on your head a little.
Somebody worked on my head.
But yeah, the person who used to use your room, him and Rye, they had some kind of weird rivalry going on. Words were said, fists were thrown, rats were shaved, the typical thing.
I guess it is regular ship shenanigans.
You know what you should do?
What's that?
You should throw it in Rye's room.
As Miller and Dren are standing in the hallway directly between Brawl's and Rye's room, Dren presses like what would be the button for opening the door to Rye's room.
Rye's door is locked. He started locking it ever since his rivalry with Brawl.
Incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember that.
Wireless hack?
That being said, it would be very easy for Miller to circumvent any lock on this entire ship.
I mean, I roll at least a 22. So
I am very well aware of your rolls. So this is more of a, if Miller wants to put his name on that process, the door could be opened. Unfortunately, I don't believe Rye has access to a way to seriously seal his door to what he would do.
So
Miller uses his wireless hack. He does hack the door, but he turns around and says, "Nah, sorry. He locked it pretty good."
And then I'll lean into Miller, and I don't say this overly quiet, but kind of like just a lower voice. I go, "If I'm honest, best not be causing trouble here. Maybe I not even deserve a spot on the ship at the moment. Best not make things worse for myself.
What are those, anyways? What do you have there?
Do you want to keep them? You could probably use them for that.
Oh no.
I hand over this bag of it's mostly like smelly clothes that were never taken because he left without saying anything to the crew other than the ship, or at least the main party. And nobody ever kind of went in there to clear everything out. But there's I'm sure some more of his fur and
Yeah.
just a whole bunch of wonderfully smelling things that Seeker doesn't notice.
These clothes were probably also made in a factory. I could use them. They remind me of me.
As Dren's quarters are open, you can see that he's kind of renovated what he could a little bit from being just kind of a very open floor space for like Brawl's weights and all that. And of course, Brawl slept in his armor, so he didn't really have like a bed in there per se. Um, he now has a bed in there, and there's like a nice wooden desk. There's some candles lit that aren't really helping all that much, at least not yet. It's probably going to take some time to get the smell out.
Is there anything left of Brawls in there?
I will leave that up to Nicholas.
Okay. What would you be looking for?
Anything small.
Dren looks down.
Woof.
I don't know why that broke you, but okay. I'll say that there's I'll say that what's
You're
left
about
in
to say
there.
book. I was like, no way.
No. Not a book, but remember that the rocket glove thing that you guys never finished? That was still in there.
Oh, all right. That's actually perfect. Hold on, Dren. I gotta grab this and just kind of picks up the rocket glove. Wow, I was so young. Kind of puts it under his arm and just kind of walks out of the room.
Anything else, Dren, that you want to address?
No. Dren goes and spaces this waste or whatever you guys do. I don't know if you guys recycle.
Yeah, he says this as he's spacing it, regardless of what the did Seeker take anything?
Oh yeah, I took some of the
Okay, all right. As you are spacing the rest,
Oh, go ahead.
nope, please go.
I was just gonna, if Nick was done with his, I was gonna hop in for a quick scene.
I have a quick scene with Dren, unless you have a quick scene with Dren.
Not with Dren.
Then give me 10 seconds.
Yep.
As you're spacing it, Terry walks by, and he says, "Oh, hey, Terry," being their teenage dwarven ward. Yeah, let's go with that. He comes by and he says, "Hey, Dren, ooh, that's not. My God, smells like straight sulfur. Jesus. Oh, we probably shouldn't say Jesus. Gods. I've been meaning to ask you, and I don't. Would you please put it out in the airlock, please? Please. Okay. Are you okay? All right. All right. Thank you. I just wanted to know, why did you become a pirate?
Why do other people become pirates? They want to travel, get some loot.
Well, that
Have
sounds
fun.
like you could do that just by going to the mall.
No, not quite the same, Terry.
Well, so you see, I don't really have any prospects since you guys kind of picked me up, And I'm thinking, after hanging out with the crew of the mothership and you and your guys on the Burning Eclipse, maybe pirate life's for me. But I don't know why you became a pirate, so I thought maybe I'd ask.
Well, Terry, where I'm from, it's very, very boring and uneventful. There wasn't much for malls on my planet. Don't ask me to name it because I don't remember. It was
Trust
so
me,
long
I've learned
ago.
my lessons. I wasn't gonna ask a damn thing.
So I decided to leave for a more adventurous lifestyle.
So you became a pirate for adventures.
Yes.
You know, there's like guilds devoted to
They got
Okay.
rules.
All right. All right. Well,
My planet had a lot of rules. I left to get out of them.
okay. Well, thank you for your time, Jen. It was
If
nice.
you'd like to be a pirate, I can give you a crash course.
I'll think about it. As he kind of walks away, he's got this little like on his data pad, on his wrist mounted data pad. I don't think he would show this to Jen very well, but he quickly draws a line through space pirate.
Not for me.
But he does scribble adventurer below it as maybe an option. All right, that was all. And I don't think you had anything else, Jen, correct?
Nope.
Okay, Rye, you're good.
Real quick, for background, do we have confirmation that Brawl is still alive, or do we have any reason to suspect that he is not alive?
I'm gonna go with you have no reason to suspect his living status has changed, so probably
Okay.
still alive.
So probably still alive. Okay. So after the hallway clears, Rye is walking down, grumbling about those damned kids. I'm not their dad. Damn it. And walks up to the crew quarters and sees all the doors. He turns to his right and he sees Brawl's name scrawled on a nameplate outside of the door, and it's barely legible because Brawl wasn't one for writing, and it's very, very dug into the plate that it was on because he insisted on hand engraving it, and it goes in like almost through the entire thing because he doesn't know subtlety.
In fact, the door doesn't open all the way because it's dented.
So he just walks up to it and looks at the nameplate and just sighs, and he takes it off and he looks at it in his hand. He just looks depressed. Then he hits the button to open up the door and walks in to take a quick look for nostalgia's sake, and he just right puts up the thing to the stone that makes it so he doesn't have to breathe. I always forgot about that. And he leaves, goes back to his crew quarters, his room. There we go. And he opens up a closet door and places the nameplate up in the closet space, in a little space by itself. And then behind that, or next to that, he places an object that once belonged to Sheerket next to that.
Cat's finger.
No, it wouldn't be a finger. Chris, what would be an item that Sheerket would have had that maybe
The
had
fanny
left
pack.
behind? The fanny pack? All right.
Sheerket's fanny pack.
All right. Would I have had that?
Why not?
Okay. So he puts the fanny pack next to the nameplate and just stares at the two items with a serious face. Scene.
Perfect. And I believe that's everyone. I still have scenes for people that didn't get my scenes. Michael, did you have anything that you wanted to do during transit?
Nothing that would have been interacting with the crew. For the most part, Zero would have been going over all the information he's missed since being in the Dangerous Game Show. Like all the information on the infosphere and all that.
You've had about 8 months since the Most Dangerous Game show because we did have a time gap. So I will say that you are mostly caught up. And in terms of like needing you to roll for it, since you've had so much time, I don't need you to. I'll say all of your general trackings are back active, like your what is it called? Your Gmail email setups for when like trigger words are sent out. And for the most part, there's been a lot more unrest throughout the Pact world. Rise message definitely had reverberations on almost every planet. Nothing major yet, like no actual revolutions or revolts, but there's a lot of dissatisfaction, concern for the quality of their leadership, and doubt about their, you know, current head of the triumvirate's ethical, stance. And
A lot of this stuff I'll forward to everybody. Also,
all right. For other items, probably the biggest unrest comes from 2 planets. One being Triaxis. They're being converted to a Vesk colony. Like basically their rulership was given specifically to the Vesk. The Vesk are a notoriously militaristic race, and when they colonize a planet, it's definitely an immediate conversion to their law, and their law goes or you do. And they don't exactly provide taxi service off world. So the situation on Triaxis is a little uncomfortable. I think there's on other planets, there's a sigh of relief that it wasn't them given to the Vesk, and like a justification of, well, they did help us during the pistol incident, and maybe we do need their support with yada yada. So there's like some kind of like background justification for it all, but there's definitely this black spot on the Pact world now with a Vesk colony, one of their enemies of many, many, many years ago, but now having a direct foothold into their system. And honestly, being a part of their governance as part of the triumvirate. In terms of useful intel for you guys, you have hit the status of like chat room debates where every time you're brought up, you have an even split between their terrorist criminals and they were framed. And there's even some, not on the scale of 50%, some who actually identify with you guys as heroes. I'd say there's probably more that still vilify you just because you've been involved in so many incidents that have led to catastrophic casualties. But the public opinion has come around somewhat.
Like the Persona 5 like popularity.
Yeah. On the like the text like down below, you're still seeing a lot of these guys suck and they totally killed all those people. But then you'll get the what do you guys yeah, pact breakers, and then the next one, I don't think they're called that anymore. Yeah, it goes back and forth. So I'd say you guys are probably like between 50 and 60% on the approval tracker.
That's not bad.
I should have to add. No, it's Rise message was well received, and also there was enough elements that have kind of cropped up that have also added to it. Not to mention the Vermilion Blur has been active for over 8 months, almost a full year now, with like leading small rebellions, like very minor. No actual open warfare has taken place yet, but he's been cultivating cells across the Pact world. So there's definitely some of that involved in why Rise message was so well received. Anything in particular otherwise you were looking for, Zero?
The third box.
Perfect. You
Anything
have
about that?
no information. I think you were given a general direction. Is that right?
I don't remember if I was told where to find it.
I think you were told that it was originally going to be on Absalom Station. But with any research, whether you're doing like a reverse image search for your box or anything like that, you get nothing. There doesn't seem to be any digital record of it. And I'm going to move on to some group rolls from there. Could I have everyone roll perception?
Justin,
Sure.
we're gonna try this.
We're gonna
I
try
don't
what?
know how well it's gonna sound, but it might sound actually okay.
Yeah, it's low.
That's all it sounded like.
Gesundheit.
Should probably have my character sheet open, huh? It
Oof.
usually helps.
Yeah. You
I'll
also
go
have-
with an 18.
right
30
now, Zero's in the lead with 31. Rye rolled a 19 for Looksy Doodles. Seeker coming in with a 21. And is that everyone? Yeah. Wow.
Miller also had a 21.
Oh, Miller also had 21. Okay. Zero, you're the only one who hit what I needed you to, and you're actually the one I wanted to hit it. We will say, for the interest of just making things concise, you are in your room. You've kind of you're still like doing your research. You're hunched over a data pad. The sickly blue glow is the only light you have on in your room because Android. And you hear a faint, maybe you hear or feel a faint rumbling in the ventilation shaft.
Oh, that thing. And how faint? Like, sounds like something's crawling in there, or
Something's crawling is probably a good, yeah. But it's a real thing. It happened for like a split second. It wasn't like you heard a scurrying or anything. It's like you heard a noise, for like a one, like something hit the wall maybe.
all right. So with that, I'll actually probably go look for Miller.
Okay. You find him. He's not difficult to locate. Miller, are you in your room? Or are you in the engine room? Or are you in the workshop?
I would say I'm in the workshop working on blueprints.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are working. He's in the. I'm gonna say your workshop has been kind of area of the cargo bay has been kind of converted for that. So you're in the cargo bay.
All right. Is Sovereign not with us?
It's decidedly not.
Okay. So I'm just Miller's hunched over, talking to himself. Yeah. I'm gun underneath here. What do you think, Phyllis? Here, you take the pen. All right.
Gross.
Think so?
Yes, You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say
Right?
I know so.
Because it's like a slug.
I know so too. Yeah, no, I think you have it right. Cool.
All right, Zero. What do you pitch to Miller?
All right. So Zero walks into the room, obviously silent just because that's how he is, similar to how I am in real life, and just kind of walks up behind Miller and then just starts talking to him and says,
By the God! Phyllis, you could have said something. Yeah, I know you noticed. Yeah. What's up, Hush?
So I heard something in one of the ventilation shafts. We need to run some type of diagnostic to see what's going on.
Getting real loud there.
Real loud. Ouch.
Are you sure it was the previous microphone?
Can you say that one more time for clean take?
We need to run diagnostics because there was something in the ventilation shaft.
All right, easy enough. Kind of pulls out a clipboard out of nowhere. All right, I can actually wirelessly do it. What do you want from me? An engineering check?
Yeah, go for an engineering check.
All right.
And just add the +2
Oh
for
my
this.
gosh, jeez. Still a 25. Oh, you said +2?
27.
27.
So you are able to. I'm giving you a static bonus based on Zero's hint.
Mhm.
You needed a 30 threshold for this one, but I'm going to give you, like I said, a static reduction to that due to you're looking for something. You actually see that amidst all the heat being emitted throughout the ship, which may have masked any other scans you'd have done previously, there is a significantly large heat pattern moving throughout the vents.
Huh, interesting.
Don't
there-
you dare.
It's gonna happen. Just let it happen.
Yes, you broke me. What the voice in the sky said. Miller says, looks like there might have been something we previously might have missed. Yeah, you might be onto something. You said it was what, in the engine room?
Well, it was in the ventilations.
Oh. Yeah, show me about where you saw it. Wait, do I actually get like a reading as to about where it is at?
Yeah, it was moving through the you know what? It looks like it's positioned above Dren's room. And it seems to have stopped moving.
It looks
Wasn't me.
like it's above Dren's room and it has stopped moving. So let's go. Do you get weapons on you?
Always.
Yeah. What the place in the sky said.
If you guys are gonna narrate what I say, I might as well speak for you, you bastards.
All right. Well, I don't think my plasma cannon would be good inside here. So just
Assuming you don't have it, I pull out the laser azimuth pistol and just hand it.
no. I got something small, but I really want to play with this cannon. But
Zero looks down.
That's like the second time I've heard that joke today. It's weird.
I'm gonna rename this episode "Dick Jokes."
Never mind. Let's go to Dren's room.
Sure, yeah, you go to Dren's room. Dren is in there still cleaning. Unfortunately, every time he takes a step, a new pile of goo is behind him. I don't know if he bothers to clean it. It's disgusting.
All right,
I do try, but it doesn't stop.
So I go up to Dren's room. I go to knock. I notice that there's a missing nameplate. That SOB. He tossed it. I just tear open the door. All right. Hey, we gotta do some searching in here, but we need your help.
Hey, Dren, do you clean clothed?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, I'm not like fully clothed, but I definitely have like pants on.
So wait,
Awesome.
you are topless though. I need this for my slash fiction.
Yes.
Okay, Miller has ripped the door open to your room. There is a dark light or a dimly lit room beyond the portal, and there's a musk, both monkey and slug. And Miller, you have barged in and said you have to do a search.
Yes. Hey, we kind of need to do a search here. There's something.
What are you looking for?
He says, turning fully into the light.
Bag of
No,
trash in hand.
Glistening body.
Bag of trash, sure.
He puts up a hand kind of in silence and then kind of points up at the ventilation.
You start to hear something. There's a rumbling in the ventilation shaft as it begins to move further along.
Is there an actual like vent that we can see something skitter by, or is it just ceiling?
There's no light back there, so you cannot see into it, but there is a vent, yes. You could
What
go
about
into
those
it,
of us who can, see in no light areas?
Oh, touche. Yeah, there's something. Which one of you? Both of you probably, right? With your weird ass eyes and.
I can even see infrared now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lights and sound. So.
There appears to be something moving in the ventilation shaft. It is humanoid sized and possibly humanoid shape based on the movement.
So it's like a medium size from what we can hear?
And see. Yeah.
Hold on. I forgot my weapon has the automatic special. I blow a clip.
This might be
Christopher, what is wrong with your potty mouth?
What?
Blowing your clip all over the room?
Bye, Francis. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. So what is this special feature to your weapon?
I just unload all of my bullets.
Oh, you do it as like a reaction. It's not like your gun did it for you.
No.
You just decided to go off.
Yeah.
Pop off. I'm sorry. Basically, I'm going to turn you into Meta for this episode from My Hero Academia, and let's do that.
Me and Dren both saw a humanoid person in there, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I react to stop Miller.
I want you
I'll
both.
roll a reflex.
Both roll reflex. I know it's not really a save on Miller's half, but just go for it. I want you both to roll it.
I rolled a brawl on that one. So
This plus 10, 21.
Oh, I don't think Zero can lose that.
22.
Almost
Oh.
did.
Wow, your reflex is much worse than I thought, which is probably why I keep almost hitting you for things. I will say that for a split second, some instinct comes over Zero out of mostly nowhere, and before Miller's trigger is fully depressed, Zero slaps out a hand as you guys are basically on top of each other in this tight room, and the bullets do go off, but ricochet into the ceiling and into other corners of the room. Not enough to actually hit any of you, but it is scary for a moment as bangs, pops, and lights fill the space and then go to silence.
Seeker busts in a couple seconds later.
Kool-Aid
What is
Man
going
style.
on in here? I'm trying to have an existential crisis back here. Can't you tell?
There's someone.
Stevenson, I locked up the eggs. Got him.
Oh,
All right.
party in my room, huh?
All right, hush. I was going to dispose of it.
Yes, well, there happens to be somebody missing at the moment. Has anybody seen Francis?
Here. He's behind you in the hallway.
Check
I've been
the ventilation.
behind you like the whole time. That's okay. Oh, you're gonna check the vent?
Well, keep scanning it, like to see if it's moving.
Oh, yeah. It has moved. It is now. Hold on. Let me actually pull up your ship schematics. It's actually looks like it's heading to the cockpit.
Is Rye up there?
Hey, Rye, are you up there?
At the cockpit?
Yes.
Like the captain's seat? Or would you be in
Probably.
your room still?
No, I'd probably be in the cockpit.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
the
All right.
captain's seat? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fair. So yep. Rye's up there. Let's go with that.
Is he
All
doing
right.
a captain's monologue?
What?
Are you doing a captain's monologue?
No, I'm just sitting in the newly upholstered chair. Just, I missed you so much.
I just remembered what this is.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is too, but I wasn't gonna
I
risk us
totally-
killing somebody.
Let's see. So what are you guys doing now that you've got some intel at this thing? Is climb to the next floor.
Picking up
Well-
my gun,
Hey,
replacing the battery.
hey, Ferences, want to go up in the vent?
No, we can just ask
Sure.
Rye because it's heading towards him.
But if we all go up there, it could just come back down here.
I'll go.
And if it's
Francie, the
dangerous,
like
we wanna-
8-year-old boy you've adopted,
He's the
has
kid.
volunteered.
I
I
can.
was about to say, why don't we leave Miller here since he could probably fit in the vent,
I can't get
better.
up there. Yeah.
Ah, fine.
or the same as Francis.
Didn't one of you go in this vent before? That's the whole reason why I have this vent scene. I think Miller was in vents at one point, right?
Yep.
Him and Rye, I think, in the other ship.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was
in
this
the
ship.
in the drag episode.
Oh, right. No, it wasn't the drag episode. There was another time when you guys you intercepted another model ship like this, right?
Mhm.
That was the drag.
Oh, that was the drag episode. That was
Yeah,
both.
family
Yeah,
shame.
because remember, was it mother and son or something?
Right. Okay, so yeah, So the vents will fit not comfortably a humanoid, like a full size humanoid, but Miller doesn't have much of an issue moving to the vents.
On my hands and knees.
Okay. You see a
Yeah,
pair of
yeah,
boots, like
Go. Yeah.
you see a pair of boots disappearing up like a little ladder shaft upwards.
All right, and while he's doing that, we're gonna move to the cockpit, and we'll let Ryan know what's going on, and then we'll try to.
Where
That's
does this ladder lead to?
The cockpit.
All right. I just mentally, because I got the mind link circuit, I hit up Rye. Hey, Rye, you got something incoming.
So much. I missed you so much. Beautiful chair. Beautiful.
All
What?
right. Well,
What was that? What? What?
You got something incoming. We don't know what it is.
And that's when Zero bursts into the room.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Oh,
probably
he doesn't
not.
exist in this one. Or
Is that
this one.
Jesus Christ.
Wasn't your god?
Abadar.
Yeah, Abadar.
Abadar's Christ.
Abadar's son. Yes.
Abadar's asshole.
Yeah, okay.
That's a
All
good
right.
one. You can
All
use that
right.
one.
You guys are gathered in, and I'm going to give you a bone and say some of you hang out in the science officer station because those are the two spots where this vent can lead for this floor. You have effectively trapped whatever it is in the vent.
Okay, so we're going to open it up. Weapons ready.
And as you do, Mister's face appears from the darkness, hands up, saying, "Hey guys, what's up?"
I knew I should have cut off more fingers.
Miller put it back.
As it bends backwards.
It doesn't work right. This isn't the finger he put back, but it's the only one I can move.
All right, so we'll, pull him up, gun still pointed at him.
You can put those away. Oh, okay, all right. I'm unarmed. I'm unarmed.
You're about to be.
Come on, man.
I kind of
Squeeze an arm.
I give a
Dread.
side glance to Rye.
Maybe.
All right.
Dren, checking for weapons.
Yes, Dren, check me for weapons.
Actually, I think that was really good for me to do. It's when people check my body for weapons.
I'll check your body for weapons. Hey. You know what? Let's make this reciprocated. I'll check you, you check me. I think we can get to a common ground here.
Very hard whack against the back of his head with the butt of my pistol.
All right, but
maybe a little harder next time, Daddy.
oh,
I'm not your dad. And I hit him again with the
you guys were worried about me.
Is he the mom?
I mean, he's just hitting him. He's not cutting him.
Yeah, he does have two like eggs that will slowly be growing in the back of his head. Mister being the purple skinned drow with a neon orange mohawk that you've been kind of dealing with this season. Last time you saw him, he was in the brig slash.
I thought we had left him on the other ship.
Yeah, you had left him on the mothership. He was in the brig of the mothership, but like the brig there was more of a workstation because you guys are going to have a relationship with him, not just him behind bars.
I thought we had him thoroughly and well trapped.
Again, while he was under your supervision, you left him with the mothership pirates, and clearly that didn't stick for even a second because you guys left pretty quickly after.
Well, obviously, and I mean this goes without saying, can't trust pirate.
Pirates? Yes.
None taken.
Didn't apologize, but
I understand.
Hey, Sika,
Yes.
what do you know about drows? Can they breathe out in space?
Oh, the plural of drow is just drow.
Drows.
I'm not sleepy. Well, actually,
Drows can't.
due to the concussion, I am getting a little sleepy.
well, maybe,
Can you breathe out in space?
For a brief
maybe
moment.
we can turn him into some sushis and sashimis. Sorry, I had
My
to drop a
tail
reference
turns
when I had to.
on.
His
Whoa.
tail turns on too.
Drow
Oh.
don't have tails.
It's front tail.
This poor episode title.
That was as
you
you probably heard many times, Justin. That was too quick.
You know, best to have two tails in the front,
Yes, all right.
Yes,
Um,
one
they
in the
do.
back.
So before he cuts on me, but not necessarily stopping that, I just wanted to say I overheard you guys are going to Triaxis, and I felt I could be useful, helpful even.
And, instead of simply stating this to us, you thought, let's stow away.
Well, if we got to Triaxis and you didn't find me, you maybe would never have found me. But as a second option, I'm happy to help.
Only because you've been caught.
That is exactly what I just said. Yes. So, can I have my room back?
Your room?
You had originally fastened him in the cargo hold. You have a brig in your ship that you converted previously. You had
Oh,
originally held him in like a cage-like setup in the hold.
How did you get back on here?
Oh, that one let me on. He points at Ferences. Ferences smiles.
Slow turn to Ferences. Ferences?
Yes, Mom.
I mean, you did say you're not his father.
Not better. Not bad. There are a lot of things I could be besides his parent or grandparent.
Ooh, so close.
I knew Rye was the mother. I knew it.
You
Hey, Captain.
let him on.
Captain?
Hold on. Parenting. You
Yeah, better do it a little better.
you let him on?
Yes. I saw you guys were hanging out with him before, so I figured you maybe just forgot him.
He's a
Can
good
I-
boy. Mm.
I heard you guys forgot the
I
Yokogi last time too, so I
I-
just wanted to make sure it didn't happen again.
I lean over to Rai and I say, "Back on my planet, we used to spank kids like that."
Ferenci chimes up. What planet was that again?
You mean Mr. Shouts out. I say back in my planet, this one wouldn't have survived.
Back on my planet, we were just exiled. I mean, I had like 20-something siblings. You know, we just kind of.
Mr. offers, on my planet, child labor is extremely popular.
I was created by human hands.
Well, actually, Seeker, were they human?
Most likely.
My
No,
understanding was that humans weren't super popular with Cosmos.
Yeah, but androids in general were all created by humans. Wait, wasn't? Isn't that how it was?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, they're by.
Originally, you may that might have been where the origin species, but
That's what I'm talking about.
not every android was made by humans.
Okay. Or something.
So I turn to Dren and I say, Dren, what is your knowledge of knots?
Well,
Strength? The things that he's generally
It's
interested
actually Sob or not. It's not Sob. Not Sob anymore.
I didn't say sub, did I?
you said knots, so he said not sob.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend he didn't say anything. I'm gonna continue my conversation with you.
I mean, I can tie a good knot.
Well,
Okay.
He's got handcuffs right there.
He does.
Points
Okay.
at Seeker.
Okay.
I can't take
All
this one off.
All right,
I'm
guys.
okay with that one that's open.
I
Handcuff him. Tie him up thoroughly, tight. I don't care if he enjoys it. You're allowed to enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Just don't talk. Ferences, we
Might
need to
enjoy
have
the
a
gag.
conversation about common sense at some point. Not now, because you might not make it to the end of that conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
You might not make it to the end of this conversation.
You never told him the password for people getting on the ship.
Crystal clear.
We have a password for people getting on the ship.
I'm more concerned that you don't.
Are you serious, Captain?
I'm pretty sure it's bananas.
Rex
It
from the
is
pilot
bananas.
chair. Yeah, we
I
totally do.
honestly don't remember.
No.
This is
Yeah,
Oh,
this is making it
that
up.
was-
Completely improv.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh no, I forgot a thing.
you guys just told the captive our password. Good job. Rex
To be
clamps.
fair, they just
Hold
told
on.
the captain the password too.
I just changed it. It's now apples. Damn it.
Now oranges.
Okay. New rule: no longer say the passwords out loud. Second new rule: we all agree we have a password. Third new rule: password not to be based on fruits.
That's a long password.
And then telepathically to everyone, I say the password can be fruits. It's not, I just don't want him to know. And then Fourth rule, this guy is always tied up. I don't care if he's smiling. Dren, please commence with the kidnap making. Or I
This would
guess
be prisoner
insurance policy making.
You
Get
could even
this
call
guy
it
tied up.
dominating.
Well, I'm gonna dominate you, all right.
Yes.
Another Rye fanfic enters the internet.
And that's what I have. I want him thoroughly restrained,
All right.
triplicate checked, and then check the room, make sure that he can't get out of anything. If there's a vent in that room, seal up that vent. He doesn't need much fresh air anyway.
He's not wrong.
All right.
I just want to let it be known that had it weren't for this one here pointing to 0, I would have taken care of him.
In a permanent way.
Well, just so I can maybe get ahead of things, you are going to have a harder time getting on Triaxis without some up-to-date access codes, and I got those for you. So useful.
I will go
Good,
ahead
then I
and
just saved
do
your
a
life.
check.
Give me the code now.
I do. I while he's doing that, I'm making a sense motive check.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a lie detector. But
You
plus
could read
11.
thoughts. You have that available.
Yeah, I can try that, but it's not great.
But it's
Also,
still
I don't
better
remember
than...
how. Okay, well now you have making me have to look up a thing in a book that I don't have open.
It's just they have to beat whatever your score is.
Yeah, it's a really low.
Purpose
17
thoughts.
is my sense motive. It's a really low check. It's really easy to beat.
He, well, unfortunately, he did beat it. The only thing that you get from him is that he believes he has access to Triaxis.
Okay, and
I,
I might as well try this detect thoughts thing.
While Rye's doing this, I go to Ferenczi's. Or no, is there anybody else that's like secondary crew that's around this area as we're congregating?
Rex is, and you guys are up in Stevenson's Grizzle.
All right, Rex, go get me some rope.
Rex ignores him. He's not programmed to listen
correct.
to him.
Actually, Rex does completely ignore you. Yes.
Stevithan, go get me some rope.
I mean, I could, or why don't you just use some of the binders? Why are you using rope?
Because apparently on this ship here we love antiquated technology.
You guys just don't have rope
love
around?
Antiquated technology. It's just we have actual things produced to contain prisoners. Yeah, okay, I'll get the rope. Jeez. Okay, fine. He does come back with some like steel fiber rope.
And what do we have that's better at restraining prisoners? Sorry, I was looking at.
Literally handcuffs, like actual real binders for keeping people.
Oh yeah, we're gonna use that, and then also the rope is what I
Right.
said.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I was very thorough about being very thorough.
He is very bound. Make Dren, you're doing this. I don't know exactly what role Starfinder would govern this under, so just make it dexterity for now. If you can think of a skill that would be better suited for tying people up, I'll allow it.
Probably sleight of hand.
Yeah, let's do sleight of hand. That's fine. That seems right.
Okay, that's a 17.
17. Okay. All right. Yeah, he
Sarah
is.
should have done this.
No, he's tied. Again, he didn't escape from being bound last time, and he wasn't bound as well when he was aboard the mothership. Again, he was an asset you were keeping contained there, not necessarily a prisoner in the purest sense. So kind of like house arrest is what his original setup was.
While they're tying him up, I want to do a detect magic on him.
Yeah, you go for it. So as you cast detect magic, you got nothing. You guys, he was thoroughly removed of any objects aboard the mothership, and he didn't stop to acquire anything. He was simply trying to get out. Well, get out, and he says, "So, oh no, he's bound now. So, Dren, if you need any more help cleaning your room, you know where I am. Nothing? No?
Mm, I'm pretty capable of cleaning my own room.
Actually, I
I
should
will
probably
say.
give you a hand with that because somebody knocked my gun loose. I might have broken a few things in your room. I apologize, Dren. It was only supposed to be the air ducts.
I'm sorry, we still have an informant.
I will say, I do like that one more than that one. He likes Zero more than Miller as he nods his head. Although I will say, that thing coming out of your head, I'm feeling it.
Don't
You
touch
pull it
it.
off. You pull it off pretty well.
Don't touch it.
I mean, I can't. I'm bound.
Ah,
Phyllis just wave at him.
yeah.
Ugh. All right. So you have once again brought Mister to the brig. For the sake of travel purposes, I'll say going back to the mothership didn't seem super useful, and he has at least mildly convinced you that he can be useful in getting you aboard the ship. Aboard Triaxis. All right. I'm going to say, unless any of you need to speak to Mister, which I doubt because we had this scene basically last time, we can go to like nighttime on the ship, and I have another check there. Unless you guys have anything else you want to do.
Yeah, well, I do want to do a detect thoughts. I just don't know what the will save is. It just says, and we've come across this before. It says saving throw will negates see text. What text?
Let's see. Okay,
There's 3 checks. One to see if I can detect thoughts. The second, well, I do 1 roll, I think, and then there are 3 saving rolls. One in the first round, you detect thoughts of anything intelligent. In the second round, you detect the number of thinking minds and the intelligence score of each blah 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 blah.
On your race because it's a racial thing, right?
Yeah, it just says to check it doesn't give me any information on it.
Spell like on 262 because it's gonna be a spell like ability. You have to follow them rules. Caster level is equal to the character's level. So yeah, DC of a spell like ability is equal to 10 plus the spell level plus the charisma modifier.
Okay,
Spell
so
level's 1.
my charisma is a 19, so plus 4.
All right, so plus 5 total.
Yeah,
So 15.
so DC's a 15.
Oh, I think he's gonna beat that. Rolled a 4, and
So I
it's,
detect he's there. That's not a
um.
hard one.
Let's see. What is the rest of that one? So
Well,
they don't get multiple saves.
oh,
They get
so
the
I
one
just have to
save,
wait
which is
3
how
rounds.
long. So that's fine.
Okay. So I get to find out on the second round, because I'm using this and he failed to throw, what his the number of intelligent minds in the cone that I'm looking at.
It's
which
third
is,
round that matters. You can read the surface thoughts of any
right,
mind
but
area.
but I get to find out his intelligence score.
Oh, Christ. I don't know where his character sheet is anymore.
While we're doing this, do you want to try to detect the thoughts of the crew?
Yeah.
Let's see. What is my?
I have a vested interest in knowing what Dren is thinking. Pretty much always,
Ooh, I failed.
forever.
You what?
I failed.
What's
Okay.
the DC?
Oh,
15.
15.
I rolled the base 19.
That's a will.
You roll a base 19. Is that what you said?
Base 19. Yeah.
Your will saves are always 19, or more.
No, I.
Oh, you rolled a
I
19. I'm
rolled
sorry.
a
I failed too.
19, and then I got my will save is a
And 0 passed. Got a 22.
Just so you have it, Mister's intelligence score is 18.
18. Okay, so he's up there.
From Seeker, you get his mind racing with thoughts of, oh my god, I was created for a specific purpose. I have no loving mother. or father, and it just keeps going.
From Miller, you hear a cacophony of noise because you actually detect 3 thoughts at once between Miller, Phyllis, and the TI 75. But basically, you hear things like, well, that gun would look really, really great on top, too. Maybe we could just make 2 of them. Phyllis is just is confirming everything. Yes, yes, definitely another gun. Maybe on the backside, too. And then, of course, just the TI 75. But then also you hear things like, man, we should just space this guy. Huh.
From Mr. You hear a lot of the same sounding things as from Chris, like they should just do it on top and from the backside. He's not talking about guns though.
Different kind of gun entirely.
Yeah, his surface thoughts, I will be honest with you, he's pretty much perverted the whole time. So it goes through a cycle of inappropriate things. However, when you get through all of the fun stuff, you do get to a bit of excitement that he was caught, and maybe an admiration for how capable the crew seems to be, which he didn't expect, and maybe there is something to be done, like to be made working with you guys as opposed to against you. So on the surface, he's thinking about pounding, being pounded, and teaming up.
Good family-friendly podcast.
Any
Well, we did retitle this episode "Dick Jokes."
We're growing with our audience. It's been a few years.
That's true. You son of a bitch.
Oh, nice.
anything
Either
about
that or
the
we
access codes?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Anything about the access codes?
It's only surface thought, so no. He does feel he'll be useful, though. He is not actually lying about that. You did not win the role for sensing motive, Rye.
Right.
And like his surface thoughts line up with what he's saying. I will say again, surface thoughts hardly belie deeper thoughts. So this is still not really doing anything better to confirm your sense motive, other
Right.
than at least on the surface, he is planning on helping you. If that helps.
It do.
I mean, he does seem to be a little all over the place in general. So again, even if he plans on helping you today, tomorrow may also be a different story.
Right.
All right. So Mr. is bound, put away. Do you guys have anything else you need to do before I have you take a nap?
Sure. I while we're walking back to wherever we're going, Seeker's just gonna go up to Zero. How do you deal with this knowledge? That
Are you referring to the whole assembly line thing?
Yeah. Yes, Stevenson he opened my mind to I've never thought about this before. But we
It's simple, really.
created
You renewed, correct?
What?
You had renewed, correct?
Yes.
Therefore, you were not created by humans. You were created by the person before that,
But
or before your current self.
But your body though. I mean,
Irrelevant.
So you may be onto
You've also
something.
technically done upgrades to yourself, correct?
Yes. I also still do contain that knowledge of my previous self as well. So it's kind of a bit of a cluster in there.
Right, but as far as your body is concerned, you upgrade it yourself. Who did the, original assembly matter?
So you're saying I'm my own creator?
At a certain point, what is it? What were you before? Nat 1?
Yes.
Nat 1 would be your creator.
Where are you having this
What?
conversation?
Probably just
The
out in the
hallway.
hall. Yeah.
but the hallway not near the science officer station, correct?
Probably where we were. I just went up to him while we were walking back.
Oh, all right. So I'll say Stevenson is there. So Stevenson kind of rotates in his chair and he says, "Oh, even better. You were made by a terrorist assassin."
What? Nat 1? No. He wasn't a terrorist.
Oh, just the other thing,
What other thing?
the assassin.
Oh, yes. Yes, quite.
Okay. Goes back.
So is Zero, though, actually.
I'm going to assume in the 8 months you brought up the side crew up to speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Okay.
I like that though. I'm kind of like the artist of my own life.
Now he's gonna kill himself.
Thank you, Zero. This really helped. Thank you.
Zero just continues on his way.
Alrighty then.
Seeker also
Anything-
continues going.
Perfect. Okay. So you guys are wrapping up. You are not too far off from your destination in the drift. You're going to take this time to get some shut-eye in, so you guys are fresh and ready to go. You have set Rex to be monitoring Mister at all times, as Rex does not need to remotely sleep. I know your Android friends don't need to sleep either, but you guys are preparing and refreshing. I want, for the androids, do you guys ever hit a state of inaction like sleep? I can't remember if we decided you guys sleep or not.
I would imagine we have to recharge at some point, like a normal body would, because we do need sustenance as well.
All right, I'll say you guys hit a rest cycle where you are considered unconscious for the purposes of this. Can I have everyone make a, hold on when I check what the save is, a fortitude save
You would.
as you slumber.
+6.
22.
You would.
23.
You would do the one save that I have not upgraded.
16.
I got 16. You got 12. Oh, and never mind.
And I have a +4
Yeah.
to it, so it's a 16.
I didn't see that it didn't have a plus. I was like, wait, did you read mine? Is he getting the androids mixed up?
I didn't do well.
I mean, I can take your 16 and make it a 20. That works for me.
So what did you roll, Rye?
Together or on the die?
Together's fine.
I can count it on one hand.
no, together's not fine. What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay, you brawled it. I thought you nat one did.
Plus
you got
3.
advantage, Rye. Reroll.
No, Steve.
Ooh.
why?
You spastard.
It's gonna be a 1. It's gonna be a 1. It's gonna be a 1. 1. 1. 1.
Come on.
Oh well, it doesn't
Oh,
really matter.
not much better. Yes.
I
can't,
got a
oh,
7.
So it's advantage. So yeah, you
I
take
take the 7.
7 sticks. All right, Rye is the only one who has any issues in this round. I'm gonna go ahead and not do this in secret. But basically, what happens is during everyone's rest, in each different room at different times, because I assume your rest cycles are different. Green protoplasmic goop
It's not
slowly
me.
drips, yeah, right, out of the ventilation shafts in each room or through cracks in the floor, or in Rye's room, it actually comes up through the mattress itself. And they,
When did Brawl sleep on my? God
yes. So these green oozes slowly make tentative contact with the individual in each room. In Seeker and Zero's room, a small piece of them seems like it's about to kind of enter them, but at the last second they recoil a bit and slink back down to where they came from. For the creature that touches Dren, it tentatively touches and then recoils as if the slime is way too gross for it. Icky ew, and it slides back down through the floor cracks. And in Rye's room, as the thing comes up from under his mattress and touches into its nose, it fills familiar orifices as the body snatcher slime Rye had encountered during our Halloween episode, which did procreate over the 10 months since you guys encountered it, has now merged once again with Rye's body.
Rye really is a father.
Yeah, I'll go with that, sure.
No,
Mother,
no.
This would be a mother.
No. Oh, still no. That's not quite how that
That's
works.
Patrick.
No. I'm more like a victim of a bot fly.
Yeah, I don't know if oozes produce any sort of heat, but I'm going to say on your heat scan of the ship, you were focused much more on the large moving mass, which is how these things would have slipped by. Every time you guys go to sleep, as long as this thing hasn't been discovered, you'll be making fortitude saves. Fortunately, you're only on ship for one night this time, and then you'll be off. The only reason why I didn't do this in secret is because if I make any calls of Rye has to do a thing, for the most part, you guys know what's going on, but your characters don't. So I think there'll be some less awkwardness. But the way the body snatch works, while infesting a creature, the slime has total control and while infesting a creature, slime is total cover. That's not what I meant to say. It controls infested creatures' actions, including using equipment and weapons. And it does use whoever's bonuses are higher, yada yada. It every 24 hours it will have to make a DC fortitude save or be forced out of the body. The reason why I'm telling you this is because Rye, you're the only one infected. When we hit 24 hours past or we about there, remind me to make a fortitude save.
How
That's
will I know?
we'll be talking and time will pass. And if you don't remember to make a fortitude save, your GM will forget. I'm just doing it for a favor for you. If you keep them in there forever, that also actually works for me. As last time, the slime is currently just residing in your skin. It has made no movements that you're aware of, and it makes no interruptions during your day. You go about your daily routine as
Okay,
if
so I'm
you do
not
not
aware that
know.
it's there.
No. And the others aren't aware that they've been touched. These are more advanced slimes than the basics because they've been living in your vent for about a year.
But guys, we're okay. What about the rest of the crew?
Yeah, I also didn't tell you how their roles went on purpose.
Yep.
The better question is, can robots be infected?
You are organic, so yes,
No,
you
no,
have
no,
organic parts. Rex, I'm going to assume cannot be. Nope, it has to be small, medium, or large living creature. It
Rex
does
is
distribute itself through that creature's body, so Rye is all sorts of goopy on the insides.
I'm goopy on the outside.
Yes. Maybe one day you'll be goopy inside. All right. I'm going to let that one go for now. But just so you know, that's something that you guys are dealing with. And this is the follow up, the ramifications from a Halloween episode last October. Now, for Seeker and Rye, I think you guys are the only ones I didn't get to do. Dren had his Terry scene. Zero, you were supposed to be working with. Okay. As you guys are kind of going through your daily routines, I have 3 things to cover now. Zero, I'm going to start with you. Mr. does kind of motion that he wants to talk to you as he's being put in the brig solo, and he doesn't want to talk in front of the group. I am not going to make everyone take their headphones off because I think we're at the point where the party would share things, but at least Mr. is waiting for Zero to be alone. Zero, do you kind of follow his slightly subtle invitation?
Yeah, sure. Because any information is worth having.
Okay. You can do this in the brig, or you can do this over a speaker. That is direct comm to the room.
I'll do it in the brig and I'll subtly record it.
Okay, sure. So he kind of is getting comfortable as much as he can while bound and bound again, and he says, "Oh, I am so glad you came. Can I say, haircut really works for you. I don't usually go for you all metal circuitry types, but you know, not why I called you here though. Oh, he can't really. If I'm not mistaken, you've already gotten a black box, yes?
I've gotten 2 of them.
Ooh, 2. Oh, you only have 1 to go. You know, it was originally on Absalom Station, but it's not anymore. If you were, I don't know, willing to maybe make my life a little bit easier here, I'd be willing to tell you where it is.
I've already saved your life. What more is there?
Well, less binding or conjugal visits or I don't know, guarantees from the most capable crew member that I won't be murdered at the end of all of this. I think we can negotiate here.
The not being murdered is the only thing that I'm probably willing to work with right now.
He kind of edges closer, like on the bench or cot or whatever you guys have given him in this room, and he says, "If you'll give me that as a guarantee, I'm comfortable with that for now."
Under two conditions.
Let's hear him.
One is your information is good. That one's kind of a give me. And
It's good.
the second is that you don't come back to, turn against us.
I see. I'm not much of a confrontation kind of person, as you maybe saw when y'all ruined my ship. But I can say if for some reason I was ever to not be in your presence and I had the opportunity, I would definitely just be running in the other direction. So I don't think you have anything to worry about that. I'm comfortable with those terms, and if you'll again verbally confirm for me that you will protect me, my life, as long as these conditions are met, I will happily give you the location. When I said verbally, I did mean using words and stuff.
So at this time, Zero's thinking it over and more or less says, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Fine. Okay, so you have a source of information to tap, potentially on a black box. If you want to roll sense motive, feel free to do so. I did not roll well.
All right.
You can probably just take a 10.
27.
More than enough. Yeah.
That was probably rolling less than a 10.
Well, he rolled an 11.
It was a joke.
Okay.
I wasn't looking at the screen.
Okay. All right. Well,
Crazy.
you are able to determine that he, again, this isn't a lie detector. It isn't some sort of magical ability you're using, but at least as far as Miller's telling you, you feel, as far as Mister's telling you, you feel confident that he is telling you the truth as far as he knows it.
Yeah. Just at this point, before making some big deal like that, I would actually just bring it up with the crew.
Okay. I'm not worried about that now.
Everybody but Dren would be people he cares to bring it up with.
If we have time at the end of the episode, we'll have that conversation. For now, I just wanted this interaction to happen. And as you're leaving, he says, this is something that Derleth found while taking over what was left of Absalom Station. And he entrusted it to me to try and open. I was unable to, but, when you want to take a stab at it, just let me know.
Better question is, how did you know it was meant for me?
It's not something that I worked on, but Derleth seemed very familiar with. I would say intimately familiar with.
Gross.
All right. Shuts off the recording and, heads back to sleep or wherever at this point in time.
Conjugal visits are still on the table. Okay. And moving on for my next scene, Rye, I'll say slightly before you are drifting off to sleep, you get a notification in whatever system you've set up for it, whether it's like dedicated to the ship or on your data pad that you wear on your wrist. You get a notification that one of your dead drops has received a message.
One of my dead drops has received a message.
In the past 8 months, with you doing all the rebellion things, you haven't been able to keep open access. Like, you no longer are able to have fans have direct contact with you. So you've set up a series of dead drops. Basically, wherever you go, you set like a courier system where you can get information without having to directly interface with anyone.
Word. I like it.
Do you access this message?
I do.
Perfect. On the screen, a grizzled scarred Lashunta appears. He's of the thicker, more masculine type of Lashunta. I cannot remember the two
Begins with a
types.
D.
Is it the Demaya? Is that what it was?
That's the one, I think.
I thought you were Demaya. It doesn't matter. The thicker ones, the ones that look more like dwarves
The
than
thick
elves.
boys.
Thick boys, comes on. He's got a scar that starts where one of his antennas used to be, and it comes down in a half moon or a crescent moon shape to the tip of his chin. He's got stubble growing where the scar isn't.
Karasha. You were right. I was wrong.
Karasha, I usually am. And he's speaking like very close into like a video recorder, webcam, whatever. And he says, "My boy, it's been ages. I am so excited to see what that little runt I took on has done for himself. Honestly, I've never had one of my escapees do anything other than wind up in a ditch, so you're a real improvement. I'm just giving you a message to say, how's it? It's nice to see your face blasted all over the infosphere. In fact, I frankly couldn't miss it. I just want you to know I'm coming to take what's mine." And the message ends.
Guess I'm gonna have to accidentally kill somebody else.
Would you like to know on screen who this person was, since you may or may not know, or do you want to do that off screen?
Do Patrick want to know who that
Correct. Yes, Patrick.
was? Let's go off screen.
Perfect. Okay. We're getting into backstory area, and Rye's backstory is full of holes, but we're gonna fill some in. We are gonna fill in some holes tonight.
Shit.
Oh boy.
All right. And I said I had one more, but I don't remember what that was. Oh, Seeker. In
Yep.
Seeker's room, as you are sleeping, this is going to be deeper into the night after you've been bad touched by the goop. You are not awoken, but your consciousness becomes aware that the black tribal looking tattoo that you've acquired encircling your neck feels as if it's constricting, getting tighter and making it harder for you to breathe. Not that that's a big problem for androids, but still, it's uncomfortable and it's a crushing presence, and you begin to have vivid dreams. I'm not sure if androids dream of electric sheep, but you are now. You begin to have visions again, and every second you're in this vision, the pressure on your neck gets tighter and tighter. You see a planet covered in green land masses and blue water with polar caps north and south. The planet spins in a field of stars, and you slowly kind of drop in on your dream to the planet, and as it turns to a spot in where there's just nothing but ocean, land masses about as far apart as possible, you hit the water going at speed, water rushing past your vision, and you hit the bottom of the ocean after what seems both like a brief second and an eternity. And you're brought in front of a ruined, sunken city. There is an ominous presence as the ocean around it ebbs and flows with dark blue darkness. That was a little redundant, but I'm going with it. And at the point where your neck feels as if it's going to be crushed beyond what your windpipe can handle, you regain normal consciousness, and the pressure is eased off of your neck as if it was never there.
Don't like that. Time to wake up and do art.
All right. You wake up and do art. I have nothing else for any of you from my solo stuff. And I'll say you guys are all kind of gathering as you exit the drift. I'll let you have a conversation with Zero in a second. You know what? No, let's do that. As you guys are all kind of waking up, you've got the notification that drift travel is about to be halted and you're about to enter real space. Zero, approach the party as much as the party as you're interested in talking to about Mr.'s proposition.
So at the very least, I would wait till what is it? Seeker, Miller, and Rye are probably in the common area. And if Dren's there, it's fine. I wouldn't try to hide it or anything. But I would show the video of the conversation we had.
And the terms were again, he'll help in return for.
The black box, and he only needed what is it, to basically we wouldn't kill him is the only thing I would think about promising him.
And you would get the black box. What's the black box again?
Backstory related stuff.
I was gonna
So
say.
we don't know.
I believe you guys have all come clean with everything. Zero doesn't exactly know what the black boxes are. He just knows it has something to do with
They're like his personal upgrades, right?
What was that?
They're like his personal character upgrades.
I wouldn't say they're upgrades. They seem to be interconnecting boxes that only open when they're connected, and he hasn't yet opened them all. So what is actually within the boxes is still a mystery.
So Seeker would say, remind me again, what exactly do these black boxes do? Don't they have something to do with your past and how you used to be Nat 2.0?
As far as I've been told, they lead to coordinates, or they'll produce coordinates.
Now, my question is that something you even want to try to, like, find out? Like,
Yes,
Nat 2.0 was a very, 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 very bad person. If there's any way they could possibly bring him...
line was designed for something.
Yes, but if there's any way they could possibly bring him back into your body, that would be catastrophic.
That shouldn't be possible, because I imagine there's no reported or recorded instances of that happening.
Absolutely not.
And I shouldn't have this personality in me either.
I shouldn't be living.
You're not an android?
Yeah,
I should be famous for so many other reasons.
But just saying that there's a lot of one-off happenings that have probably never occurred before.
There's also the possibility all of Seeker's memories are wrong.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong.
I've never tried it myself, but
There's also the possibility that Nat 2.0 was a BSU created terrorist. Because as you've all been told, every time we go to anything BSU related, I seem to have complete access.
Exactly why I don't know if we really... I mean, it's up to you, but...
The BSU's biggest terrorist, for some reason, has complete access to all of their systems, their prisons.
That's why I'm saying I'm not sure if maybe that's even something we want to pursue. I mean, if there's any way they could bring back Nat 2.0, it would be terrible.
Seeker,
Yes?
you have memories of who you were before, yes?
Yes.
At least who he thinks he was.
Well, if we could bring back Nat 20, it could be one of our greatest weapons.
Except, you see, the thing is about me is that I really, really wanted to kill Nat 2.0. No, there's no way. I mean, if...
But
yes, I'm still here. I am still here.
Seeker, ultimately, it doesn't matter what you or I or anyone else thinks. The man's history is his to discover. Somebody else rented his body before him, no offense.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't know if it's a very good idea. We can do what you want, Zero. I trust Zero. I trust Zero. I'll go on record right now and say that, yes, Zero has shown to me that he is a totally, completely different person than Nat 2.0. Zero would not take poor, defenseless children and turn them into living bombs. That is what Nat 2.0 did.
I turned to Zero. You did that?
That is what he did. I would not think that Zero would do this. I trust Zero.
I mean, if and when he gets all of these boxes, we're all going to be there anyway. We could just stop in.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
mean, as soon as it opens up, if there's a maniacal laughter, you just kind of, sorry, buddy.
But what I'm saying, and to respond to Miller again,
I'm just kidding, Zero.
Nat 1 residing in me is a little bit different because while, yes, Nat 1 was an assassin and might not have been the best person, had a change of heart. That's why he went after Nat 2.0. That's why I am the way I am.
What spurned his change of heart?
What I just told you, basically. You
mean the thing that gave us no information as to why he had a change of heart at all?
Well, there was somebody very important to me, and Nat 2.0 used them as a bomb in one of their terrorist attacks.
That probably wasn't actually a terrorist attack.
No, it was.
You sure it wasn't just a BSU attack?
You hear crunching of popcorn from Rye.
Well, I actually, out of character, I don't know, like, the entire story. Dustin might know a little bit more.
Yeah, no, you would know that the incident itself was definitely, whether funded by outside group or not, definitely a terrorist activity. It was during the times of the Android revolution where you stopped being property and started being people. Seeker had issues with how Nat 2.0 handled that, and during one instance used a child android friend of Seeker as a living bomb against those that were a part of like the ownership of Android lobby, if that makes sense.
Why would there be an android child?
They've often made android children for people who couldn't have, this is canon, this isn't me making stuff up, for people who couldn't have parents, they might make an android child, or for people with perverse tastes, they might make an android child, or for people that were doing experimentation. There's any reasons you could think of that someone might want a smaller android or android with child programming, go ahead, it's all there. Canonically, they did have child androids.
Well, if so, not to change the subject at all, but Mista did come to me for a proposition as well, and I figured I probably should let you all in on it as well. I'm guessing he probably has something on all of us.
He wanted to sell me drugs, or wanted me to go get his drugs from
You wanted
somewhere.
to buy drugs.
I told him no.
The scraping of Phyllis so he could do something probably nefarious. Because he thinks Phyllis is super radioactive or something. Are you, Phyllis?
Probably is.
Phyllis is probably radioactive. No, you probably are. No, stop it. You probably are. You totally are. All right, whatever.
I start looking for another hat.
Phyllis,
What's Trent doing with all this?
right under Rise changes.
As I said, if you were there, you were there.
Yeah. So a lot of people have a lot of dirt on me. My secrets are generally pretty out there. The BSU probably my biggest enemy at the moment.
Hey, me
I've
too.
worked with them. They have everything they could possibly need on me.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, you're
so,
saying that he has a bit of dirt on everybody.
Oh, all right.
I'm not concerned.
all right. So I just.
I didn't mean
go ahead.
Yeah, but I didn't mean dirt, but he does seem to be tempting us all to something. Figure we should probably keep an eye out open for it. How about you, Captain?
Well, He's on the boat now. Can't exactly get rid of him without committing some sort of awful murder type thing, which I am above doing. At least for now. Let's find out if he keeps talking.
At the end of the day, though, we do need those access codes.
Yeah.
So if you want to take one for the team, bud.
Yeah, no. We're gonna see what we can get out of him. I wasn't planning on murdering him anyway. He is
I
going
wasn't
back to
saying that.
jail.
You should take one for the team. You're the captain.
The only thing that was on the table was his survival, not him being set free.
Right. Yeah. No, he's not going free.
I mean, I've had worse.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say we saw, but I didn't.
Flail was an upstanding citizen. Thank you very much. And real yucky.
So just to be clear, Rye's decision is that they're gonna see what information they can get out of what's his name, Mister. How do I forget Mister?
He does have a name. It is Boremi Jason.
So Mister.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get the information that we can get out of Boremi Jason.
It's Boremi.
Boremi.
And then Jason without the A.
Jason.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get what we can out of BoJack Horseman, and try to make his life a little comfortable.
That's all on you, Cap.
What do you mean it's all on me?
He seems to like you, and you're the
No,
captain.
it's actually
to like
Dren.
everybody.
He does actively prefer Dren, yes.
Oh, well,
He likes the slimy boy.
Captain Junior. Captain.
He calls him the pre-lubricated boy, to be
Okay.
absolutely.
So just
Yeah.
just to be clear, we're not loosening his restraints.
Oh,
We're
I
not
don't need
removing the handcuffs. We'll
No,
give him
you
some
don't need to
better
loosen
food.
Restraints, just loosen. Yeah.
What was that?
Moving
Wait,
on. I'm
okay.
gonna quickly skip past this. I just want an answer from Zero. Zero, are you going to guarantee his survival?
I ain't gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Okay. He does tell you the coordinates. Unfortunately, Seeker already had the coordinates. They're to his secret laboratory. Same place as the drugs that he told Seeker he could pick up. That's why he was pushing so hard for you to verbally confirm you would protect his life, because he feels you'll honor this word. He is very happy as you leave the room that he has kind of acquired this protection that he feels. And as he as you guys exit the drift, you start going through the drift cycle. Rex gives you all the heads up, and you kind of all head to the cabin, the cockpit, so you can check out the viewport, what's going on. Triaxis enters view. In our game, we're going to say that it is, so this is a planet with a very strange orbit that takes like 300 years to actually transition to the other side. This time it is getting very close to the sun, meaning that the planet is much more tropical than it is on the other side. Other side, it actually becomes basically a snow planet. It cycles every 300 or something years. So it's a tropical planet filled with, blue seas, continents of green, and around this almost jewel-like planet set amidst the burning sun, there are hundreds of Vesk warships of all sizes. There are fighter craft zipping in and out in between. There are patrol boats seeming to continuously orbit the planet, and then littering the skies beyond that, the massive dreadnoughts the Vesk fleet is famous for. This looks, more than anything else you've seen yet, more like an invasion force than anything you've encountered. And amidst all this, you realize maybe you don't have as easy way to access the planet as you thought. And I'm going to let that be our closing scene, as it is 10:35 and our episode for this week has ended. Do you guys have any parting shots before I close us out?
Yeah, Patrick. Sorry.
I was here. I was. Screw you.
Any other closing shots? That's fun.
Nope.
Perfect. Join us next time, which will be not next week. Next week, we're back into our variety stream, but on the 16th of July for episode 4 of our 3rd season. We will be hopefully landing on Triaxis and meeting with the Vermilion Blur. The rebellion will start in earnest as the party will have to make some decisions. And I'm hoping in between then, the party remembers to upgrade their starship because I'm pretty sure it's still level 2. I will say you did upgrade it in the 8 months. We just forgot to do the thing. Up until then, hang out. If we're going to jump into the after party in just a second. And as always, you can find us on Twitter and Discord, as we mentioned before, and you can always find that information in the show notes. And until next week, just remember, never split the party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mister.
Dustin.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I'm okay with that.